Many of us have been traveling this week to be home with our families for the weekend, but that can be difficult for some of our wounded heroes and their families. That's where Luke's Wings come in. They provide wounded warriors and their families with flights so they can be together. Joining us now, Army Specialist William Thomas and Lindsay Gill of Luke's Wings. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
We love celebrating Luke's Wings and the wonderful work that they do. Will, I want to know a little bit more about your service, your selfless service, and also your experience with Luke's Wings.
All right, so I was injured about 4 years ago. I've been at the hospital for that amount of time.
Right.
I had about 3 different amputations. So it started below the knee, through the knee, and above the knee.
Okay.
And in that time, I've had about 6 pulmonary embolisms. So I've been able to travel on a lot of flights back and forth with Luke's Wings. And with that, my family has been able to come back and forth too, to be able to see me. But the thing is now I'm not able to travel. So they have been, it's been a lot better since they get to come see me.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying that a lot.
Where does your family live?
My family's from Tennessee. My
Okay.
wife's family's from Hawaii. So
Oh,
actually,
wow.
my family right now is actually outside of the studio.
Awesome.
Waiting, yeah, they're actually
Watching
waiting
a
for me.
superstar.
Yeah.
Now, you talked about multiple surgeries, and sometimes there can be complications. You're constantly in recovery. So perhaps making travel arrangements and logistics it can be very time consuming and, to be honest, pretty stressful, especially around the holidays when you're getting all these logistics and deals worked out. What does it mean to get that stress taken off your plate where you can just focus on your recovery?
It means a lot. So, I mean, having them by my side, like all the time, is, or as much as they can be,
Right.
is awesome. So I've had about 70 operations on my leg and about 50 different infections in my leg. So I mean, it's been awesome to have my family by my side with Luke's Wings,
So awesome.
being able to fly me back and forth.
So, Lindsay, the holidays are coming around the corner. Anything special for Christmas this year?
Absolutely. Well, like Will, when a service member is injured, they're placed in a medical facility that best suits their recovery needs. So that's the good news. But the bad news is that placement doesn't necessarily take into account where their children are in school, for example, or where their spouse might have a job, or where they'd like to celebrate the holidays together as a family. So unfortunately, Luke's Wings has seen many families who are separated over Christmas or whatever holiday they celebrate. So we at Luke's Wings take on that cost as often as we can by providing flights for our wounded warriors to be together during the Christmas season. And we do that by offering a chance for our donors, our viewers, sponsors, just individuals who feel called to duty to buy a flight for a wounded warrior on behalf of somebody in their network. So what that might look like is if your father or your grandfather, maybe they're a veteran and they have enough ties, for example, and they might really want or appreciate this, you can buy a flight on their behalf. Or if you're a CEO or you're a decision maker at your company and you have vendors and clients, and instead of buying them a fruit basket,
Right.
you can buy a flight or a bulk of flights on their behalf.
So tell me about the No Soldier Spends Christmas Alone campaign. And is that an annual event? Have you done that in years past with Luke's Wings?
Yes, this is our 4th year doing the campaign.
Okay.
It starts on Veterans Day and it goes until the end of the year. And for every $350 donation, which is the cost of a full flight, so any donor who makes that, they'll receive a acknowledgement card. It outlines sort of what we just talked about. It says to and from, and the donor can get this to give as a gift to the recipient of their choosing. It also comes with a 2015 ornament.
Beautiful.
And we understand that $350 might be a lot for some, so if any contribution over $50 will also allow us to help fund a
Yeah,
flight.
do you mind holding that back up so our viewers can see? And any plans for Will this Christmas?
Well, as Will mentioned, unfortunately he is not able to travel,
Right.
but his family is, and like he said, they're in Hawaii. So to date we've done about 15 flights for Will and his family. So I just found out that you are not able to travel, so we want you to know that we will be flying your family from Nashville or from Hawaii in to visit you now and until you're gone from Walter Reed and home for good next year. So I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well, we wanted to end on that note. Obviously, we wish you a beautiful holiday, and we thank you so much for your service. And Lindsay, all the hard work that you do do. We certainly hope, and we know that our viewers absolutely love your program.
Thank you. And if I can just mention really quickly, everything is prepaid for by a company called SRS Distribution. So once people are considering making a donation, please know that it is fully covered by an organization, and your donation will actually go towards a flight for a wounded warrior.
Wonderful. Lindsay and Will, thank you so much this holiday weekend.
Thank
we
you so
appreciate
much.
your
Thank
service,
you.
and we hope you have a great holiday.
Thank you.
Thanks.